Good day, everyone, and welcome to Different Stages Radio. I'm your host, JJ, broadcasting in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. And on today's show, we have for you the up-and-coming power trio from Kelowna, British Columbia, Freeze the Fall, who just released their latest video and single, Hypothermia, this past Wednesday. Please welcome my guests, Quinn, Jonah, Aria. How are you three?
Hi, thank you for
Hello.
having us.
Good to see all of you. So how are things in Kelowna today?
Good.
They're good. They're pretty chilly. I mean, we finally got some snow, so that's happening around
Snow was important in February,
here.
but so is releasing a new single. So this past Wednesday was a big day for you. The brand new single, Hypothermia, is out. Once again, a very pro presentation as all of your videos and so forth have come so far. How has this new single been hitting so far?
Oh, I think people have been loving it, which we're so glad. People, especially, they've been loving the video, which is amazing
Yes.
because that video was it was pretty tiring to make. It was definitely it was long and cold, but very fun. So we're just really
Yes.
glad that we can finally share what we've been working on with people because it's definitely hard to like know you have the song and the video and to just like sit on that for a while. So it's lovely to have it out there now.
100%.
But also good to build some suspense and just some overall hype. Now
Yeah.
you're releasing almost a new single and video almost every other month or couple of months for the past year almost. Now, this track isn't from the EP Thrones from last year, correct?
Yeah.
So is this a single on its own, or is this from a up and coming release?
Yeah, it is from an up and coming release, so you can expect to see that sometime this year.
And the song that we've released before Hypothermia is called VHS. So
Mhm.
far those are the two songs that are out that will be on that next EP that we're getting ready to put out there.
Mhm.
EP on 604 Records, which is a pretty big deal.
Yes, yes, it is.
So is that something that you were kind of shopping yourself, or did 604 kind of discover you?
They reached out to us about a year ago, and we just kept building the relationship since. So.
Yeah, they reached out to us. Was it like 17 days after our first single came out or something like that? Yeah, it was like pretty quick. I don't remember. How did we meet them? I think it was like our first song Glitch, we were like applying for like a festival or something, I think. And one
Yeah.
of the people who was like going through all the bands to decide who would play the festival was a guy named Justice. And Justice is part of the 604 team. So that's how it all kind of
Mhm.
came to be,
Yeah.
if I'm remembering that
Yeah, I
correctly.
think that's right.
Now, was there something in particular that they saw in you that they felt that, there's something really special here that is worth taking that step further and developing and working with? And did,
Um, I'm not too sure, but I think they've worked with younger bands before, so I think they had experience with that, and they knew like how to progress a younger band like in their teens.
Yeah,
So
which we liked. That's what we liked about them
yeah,
because we like school is still important to us and we still have like, other things that we want to like pursue alongside music and just like to keep a good life balance. And so we had a lot of meetings with them talking about that kind of balance that we all wanted to have in our lives and
Mhm.
just acknowledging our ages as well, that we're in high school and going on to university and stuff too. And so they were just really good at like recognizing that and being able to work with us.
Yeah.
But what they saw in us, I don't remember. We asked them this on our very first meeting with them. I'm just trying to remember the answer because that was like a year ago. I think they just liked our work ethic and I think they liked our like creativity, how we just want to make art, and they like that.
Yeah.
and the fact that you write your own material has to be huge too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure, for sure.
Now, do you write that as a three piece, or do you have any outside writers or any other creative forces behind you that help out?
Yeah, it's just us that write.
And we all work together on everything. So like lyrics, we all write together and it's like everybody literally writes everything together. So
Yeah.
So now this new album, is it, or sorry, EP, is it yet untitled, or do you have a working title for it?
Um,
Or you keep that
well,
quiet?
yeah, not not quite. We can't.
yeah, we have a title, but we can't share it yet.
Yes.
But
Okay.
we know the date when it will be shared though. So just everyone keep your eyes out for that.
Okay. And do we
Yeah.
have a rough time of release that when we can expect this to come out? Just to get people a bit,
Yes, but we can't share it yet.
okay, being very coy.
Yeah.
building that hype. Now you have a single release party, which is a bit interesting. I don't think I've heard of one of those before. So that's perhaps a first. February 21st, you have a show happening?
Yes,
What
yeah.
can you tell us about that?
It's at Crown and Thieves in West Kelowna, so you can go check that out. We'll be playing our new single, so that's about to be really fun. We've never played it live before, so that should be interesting.
Get through those nerves. Is there
Yeah, I guess
any other bands
so.
on the bill, or is it pretty much just a showcase for yourselves?
Yeah, it's just us playing.
Yeah.
So it'll be a full set.
Yeah, yeah, all of our songs.
Awesome. And you got merch going on now, correct?
Yeah, yeah, there'll be merch there too, so.
And for those that are looking for merch that perhaps can't make it to the show, where can people purchase your products and music?
On our website.
Yeah.
Which is?
Was it freezethefallband.com?
.com.
Yeah.
If not, there's a link. There's like a link to it in our bio on Instagram. So we're Freeze the Fall Band on Instagram and on any socials. So our website should be pretty easy to find regardless of what platform you're on there.
Yeah.
Perfect. So how did the three of you, though, initially all kind of connect and get together and want to get this started?
Yeah, so Quinn and I met in middle school and just started like jamming at the end of Quinn's last year there. And then through the summer, a friend of a friend introduced us to Jonah. Jonah and I met when he was playing a gig downtown, and then we connected and we started playing songs, made a few covers, and eventually started our first original in the fall after we met that summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everything just like clicked very nicely. Like, when you just like meet someone and you just know you're like, yeah, we're gonna be good friends. Like there was no awkward stage for us, and everyone just like got along instantly and we were comfortable with each other and we're all very passionate about music. So we're like, okay, wait, this is cool. Let's see how we could like go about this,
Mhm.
And there's always something special about a trio as well, because it seems there's that much more closeness within. And like you've already mentioned, how you're all contributing to the song structure, writing, composition. There's probably way less chance of arguments and disagreements and that sort of thing, because everybody's more or less on the same page. You don't have that fourth or fifth wheel out there going, hey, what about this?
Yes. Yeah, we've never even been close to getting in an argument. Like we're good at like talking and like saying like, what we need to be doing with the song,
Yeah.
And we've gotten to a point where we understand that like if someone writes a part and someone else has some sort of feedback on it, it's not like an attack on you personally. It's more just like, how can we craft this to make it fit the song even better?
For
So,
sure.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. It's important to have that communication in a band for sure.
Yeah, and ultimately our friendship is even more important to us than the music, which is crazy because the music is like our whole world, right? But like it wouldn't work without that proper communication with us and also with like the rest of our team, with our parents and producer and artists and like anybody that we work with. So it's just it's a very important thing for us.
Can definitely tell that you're all very grounded and focused and definitely have a game plan. And I appreciate what you were saying earlier about having that music and life balance, as well as you're looking ahead to post-secondary education and not wanting to perhaps become a machine too quickly and not being able to experience your youth the way you should.
Absolutely. And also like we have all talked about this before, but like for music especially and like any type of art, our opinion on this is that like you have to go out and like live, before you can write. Like if you just like stay at home practicing for like 15 hours a day, it's like what are you going to be writing about? Do you know what I mean? So you have to go out and have those
That's such a good
experiences
point.
and like
Yeah.
make mistakes and learn new things and have all these friendships and whatever it is, and then you come back and then you write about that.
And you got encyclopedias and booklets of lyrics to work with.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you mentioned earlier about doing some covers when you were first getting together. I saw that you had done a cover of The Warning. Is there some other tracks you've done as well?
Yeah, we've done a Lady Gaga cover,
Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary. We did The Pretender by Foo Fighters, and
Aerials by System of a Down,
Yes.
Bullet with Butterfly Wings, Smashing Pumpkins. I remember really early on we did a Pearl Jam cover as well.
Yeah.
We also
Oh.
covered Bring Me, but those weren't covers that ever made it out. It was literally like the first few days of us knowing each other.
Yeah, I remember
There was a
that.
pretty reckless one at one point too, but
Oh,
that was
yeah.
also really early.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now you're primarily focused on original tracks, and
Yes, yeah.
it was more just sort of building your connection and relationship with the bands you probably grew up on and were big deals, just to get some chemistry going, and then okay, let's write our own stuff, which I think is incredible, the amount of focus that you have on your own material. And once again, with all these videos, and once again the presentation, it's very smart and very, very well planned and executed, I would say. Any video experiences so far that have stood out for you? Some that were maybe a bit more of a pain, or what have you learned along the way?
I think that I've learned now how much goes into a video. I mean, some of the first music videos that we shot 5 music videos in one day. And then now with the last 2 that we've done, it's been a lot more.
It's been like
So
multiple days now for
yeah,
one video,
so we did 5 days for one video
which is
for
hypothermia.
hypothermia. So I've learned how much work goes into that, and the whole team, how hard they work. I was talking with these guys about how sometimes when we're on the shoot, we feel like we've got like the smallest part in the whole thing, because we're kind of just like sitting there waiting to go shoot while the other people are running around and stuff. But yeah, that's what I've learned.
Yeah, for sure.
You immediately gain a lot more respect for the work behind the scenes.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
It
Definitely.
probably goes with the album recordings and studio work. Now, who have you guys been working with as far as like with the Thrones EP? Can you talk about any of the personnel involved with your upcoming EP?
Mhm.
Yeah, so for Thrones and also for the next EP that we're going to be releasing soon, we were working with Kevin Moore from Soft Surrogate for our artwork. So he's done like Spiritbox and stuff,
Mhm.
which just like was crazy to us because he's worked with so many huge bands who've been such an inspiration for us. And so
Yeah.
just like to be able to work with him has been amazing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's cool. And I was seeing too, just getting people more familiarized, that you had won a fairly significant award in 2023, the Okanagan's People's Choice Award, which is pretty awesome. And then also the SOCAN's Young Canadian Songwriters Award to, artist to watch in 2024. That must have been pretty gratifying.
Yeah, it was amazing. I remember we were like so surprised to even win one
Oh, for
award.
Gonzo?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that. We were like, there's no way we actually did.
Well, because we hadn't even been a band for a year at that
And we
point.
didn't
Yeah.
have any songs out at that point either.
Yeah, like we literally didn't have anything out at that time.
It
It
was
was
just
just like,
some live videos of us. But
yeah. So it was really, really a really cool experience. And I remember that day was also our first interview ever. And I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
it was on live TV. It was on the news.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Because like we've gotten much better at interviews now, but like all of us are pretty introverted people, and just like to like for anyone to be interviewed for your first time on live news was like, oh my
It was
God.
terrifying.
Yeah,
I
like
remember.
and we told her that we were like, okay, just so you know, we've like never done this before. Like we may mess this up. And she's like, it's okay. Just start. Can you spell your names for me? And we're all like,
we couldn't even do
What?
I can respect that though. Those are fair things, and it's learning curves, and it's nice to kind of get through those. And since the three of you are together, I'm sure it helps to be able to lean on each other's shoulders. There's not just one of you out there solo, sort of deer in the headlights. What do I do?
Yeah.
Can somebody please bail me out?
Yeah.
Does that sounds pretty good? Now back to the EPs, because for me, I'm always about physical stuff. I was seeing a while back you were looking at some color ideas for vinyl and so forth.
Yeah.
So I will assume that there's going to be physical product of the upcoming EP. Is there physical releases of Thrones or plans of that?
We have CDs right now, and we're
Perfect.
working towards just like finalizing things for the vinyls, which will be available soon.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then we'll have the same thing for the next EP and for all of our music, because we also are avid collectors of like CDs and vinyl and stuff, and we understand how fun it is to like hold the album in your hands. So that's very important for us. So we will definitely have like CDs and vinyl and whatnot for any of our releases.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can see that you really enjoy it from all the bookshelves and
That's just a
bookshelves.
small selection, just a very, very small portion. So yeah,
Yeah.
I feel that until it's in my hand, I don't actually have it.
Yeah.
And it's nice to use, online services as a way to expose yourself to new music. That's just kind of on a personal level. Like it's great to discover stuff, but when it comes down to it, it's like I want to support the artist and buy actual product, because I find until it's on my shelf, I don't own it.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
usually there's like lots of fun little things that you never would have seen otherwise in like CD booklets or like
Exactly.
maybe even like the pattern on the actual like vinyl disc itself or whatever. Like I remember when I was 13, I was obsessed with My Chemical Romance, as 13-year-olds are, right? And I remember I got the Black Parade on vinyl. And it was like my most prized possession because the disc had the whole Black Parade on it. Like they had all the characters and stuff. And I was like, see, this is so cool. Like I wouldn't have seen this otherwise, you know? So it's definitely important for us to do that with our music too, to have like the physical copies.
For sure.
Well, and clearly it made an impression that you'll never forget. And the other thing too is that you can't get, a digital file signed. So if somebody's coming to see you live, it's like, hey, here's my stuff. How about maybe you guys sign something up for us? Little
Yes,
added value.
Exactly.
absolutely.
So those as well are available through your website, or where can people get those?
Yeah, so any of our merch, any of our physical copies of our music is all on our website.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Better get on it. Well, I think 2025, but do you have other plans? Like you're pretty much focusing on probably, we still got the 2-month cycle of singles happening? And then we'll wait for the EP title announcement and release date, that sort of thing. So it seems you're just got to be a little quiet for now.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
And all will be announced in due time.
Mhm.
Yeah, yes, I'm so excited. We already know the next single, but we're just
Oh,
it's
Yeah.
so exciting.
Another
Yes.
5-day, 7-day video shoot there.
Oh man. And yeah, we're actually working on writing our full-length album right now.
Yes, we
So
are.
it'll be
Yeah.
our first full length, so we're so excited about that.
Yes.
Yeah, the EP is like done. We're just waiting on like, it's a whole process to get it all out there. So we're just waiting on that right
Yeah,
now. So
basically.
in the meantime, writing more music and yeah, working on practicing the set list for the 21st, the release party, and yeah.
Any other shows in the works, or is that it for now? Just the release show?
I don't think any that we
Yeah.
can talk about.
Yeah, I
It's
think that's it.
yeah, definitely more shows, but nothing we can like say like for certain right now.
Well, it sounds like we might have to reconnect in a few months when there's a bit
Yeah.
that you can divulge. How about that?
Yes,
Yeah.
when we are less cryptic.
Yeah.
Literally. Okay, well, I appreciate your time. All the best to you. And I'm sure you're going to have a stellar 2025. Everybody, please check out Freeze the Fall. Please check out their new single, Hypothermia. Please buy a physical copy of Thrones, and let's watch out for release dates and so forth of the upcoming single and brand new EP coming in 2025. Thank you to Quinn, Jonah, and Aria. Freeze the Fall.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Thank you, man.